from the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, in spite of the clouds, showers, and thunderstorms, still got up to 96 degrees in Lafayette today. That makes 9 days in a row of 95 to 100 degree temperatures, and hopefully we break that trend tomorrow. We should see more clouds. We should see just as much scattered showers and thunder showers, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that we might be in the lower 90s, perhaps upper 80s if we're lucky. We'll see. So let's take a look at the big picture as we go to our water vapor imagery, and this has been telling the story for the last month or so. It's either we're being dominated by a ridge of high pressure or we're kind of in between, and that's where we are right now. We have a little bit of a weakness in the upper parts of the atmosphere that's allowing for those storms to develop, and we don't have the capping in the upper levels from the ridge of high pressure. And at the surface, high pressure south of, we'll say, Perdido Key for the most part, but we're getting a nice southerly breeze, and that is bringing, look at all this tropical moisture. This is heading toward Louisiana, so we may see some pretty decent rain chances through the evening hours before we lose the momentum of daytime heating. So on and off shower activity, perhaps into the evening hours, which would be quite beneficial and certainly what the doctor ordered. Now, as we take a look at the regional Doppler radars, you can see the action offshore and you can see the action inland. And it's still pretty busy across and along and north of the I-10 corridor, down the Highway 90 corridor as well, and then portions to the northeast. Everything below severe levels, but some nice downpours from northern Calcasieu Parish, northern Jeff Davis Parish, mostly northern Acadia Parish, and then into St. Landry Parish as well. And the heaviest storms we have going right now in Calcasieu. A lot of cloud ground lightning with this cell. And then as you get farther to the east, a pretty heavy cell around the Jennings area. More rain on the way for our friends in Esterwood, Crowley, and the Rain area, and some pretty heavy downpours, and probably an inch or two of rain likely for our friends in the Church Point area. And you can see more heavy downpours just around Opelousas. I think you see more rain in Opelousas in the next 20 minutes or so. And then over toward the Krotz Springs area. Not a whole lot going on in the Lafayette area proper, but we have this action coming in from the west, so there could be more shower activity over the next couple of hours. And then down along the coast, we're seeing, again, pretty good downpours, mostly St. Mary Parish at this hour, after Iberia Parish got a lot of rainfall. And then you can see the action into Vermilion Bay, Chaffalaya Bay, and then more coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. And we can go way out here in the Gulf, and we're tracking these cells pretty far out in the Gulf. So a big change in the pattern as we're starting to see tropical moisture moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. Tropics are very quiet across the northern hemisphere. The main action with this little blob of moisture, a little bit of turning in the mid parts of the atmosphere, but this is just an inverted trough with deep tropical moisture that's heading toward our area, and we'll track that moisture moving northward across the Texas coast, through the Louisiana coast, much of the Gulf Coast for tomorrow. So high rain chances for tomorrow. And then as we head toward the weekend, drier air tries to work its way in from the west, and that will knock down the rain chances with time, but there's still plenty of moisture lurking around. Meanwhile, the Pacific is going to be active in the tropics with a couple of tropical systems out here, but nothing pending. Pretty good looking tropical wave, but also getting into the dust season. We'll be talking more about that in the days to come, especially when we don't have as much action on the radar. So overnight tonight, notice radar pretty active through 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, and then things may quiet down, reshuffle offshore, redevelop offshore, and then move in tomorrow. And I think we're going to see a lot more coverage than what the HRRR model is showing. We'll have an updated model run coming at you for Acadiana's news channel at 10, so tune in for that. But based on what we have here right now, this is what the HRRR model is forecasting, and this is typical with scattered storms. Some folks getting just enough rain to wet the ground, others catching an inch or two. You cannot take any of these numbers to the bank because the nature of scattered thunderstorms and the randomness of those storms are where they form up. So anywhere between 1/100 of an inch and about 2 or 3 inches will be the forecast tomorrow. Hopefully you'll get the much needed rain that many of our lawns and gardens need. Temperatures tonight hold in the upper 70s to near 80. Then for tomorrow afternoon, how about this? Upper 80s, lower 90s. Then as we head into Friday, we'll see temperatures near 80 or the upper 70s. But Friday afternoon, back into the 90s for sure. And it looks like mid-90s returning. So 78 the low tonight with showers and storms early. I think we can boost up that rain chance. We had it at 30% earlier today. Then it drops to 20% later on tonight. But I think we're going to start out in the 60% range for this evening. And a good chance of showers and storms tomorrow. We'll go 91 the high, plenty of clouds, and best chance of rain will be mid-afternoon, mainly mid-afternoon hours. But in a tropical atmosphere, things can start right around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So keep the rain gear handy. You probably don't know where it is because we haven't needed it for quite a while. So pretty high rain chances tomorrow. We tone them down as we head into the weekend, and those mid-90s coming back for the most part, and maybe even upper 90s as we head into next week. But in the near term, at least some beneficial showers and thunderstorms. And when we get in the car for our dinner break this evening, it won't be a sauna.
Won't be
as bad of a sauna. Let me qualify.
There we go.
Right.
Perspective.
Thanks, Rob. Stay with